Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow. I hope I'm back and maybe I need to have the door open. Trying to reconnect. Hey, Wanda, how right now, Kelly Cat with Cat's doing. So let's see. I have to walk away and open the door because I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, see, it keeps trying to reconnect. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys, I don't know if it's my phone or what it is. I turned the Wi-Fi off and back on. So, gosh, let me check, see if I'm even live and craft around the clock. I am so sorry, Tracy. I don't know what is going on. It's never done that to me because I'm on the Wi-Fi. Hi, Candace. Oh my gosh, and you guys, my light on my phone is not showing that it's on. So let's see. Well, and it's not giving me the light, you guys. Oh my gosh. I did turn the Wi-Fi off and on. Sorry, you guys. This is a little bit of a hot mess. But it looks really dark. You guys, can you guys see me? You're live? Thank you, Lori. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let me see. Well, I'm so sorry it's dark, you guys, or it looks dark to me, but I'm hoping that you guys will be able to see. That's the first time it's ever done that to me here. It just kept trying to reconnect on the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure why. Okay, I am Deborah with Laugh Love Craft, and we are in the spring 2025 All Things Vintage and Thrifted DIY Marathon, Market Day and DIY Marathon. Yesterday was the Market Day. You guys, you can go back and check and see what's on the Market Day and see if there's anything left because there was a lot of fabulous, fabulous items. So you might find something you can still purchase, but I know a lot of it that when I was watching sold. Blissful Crafts and Designs by Debbie. Hey, sweet friend. Hey, Denise, how are you doing? And Diana and Brenda with Totally Together Crafting by Brenda. And Cynthia, hey, sweet friend. And Sandra and Karen and Jean. You guys, if anybody is on their page and the follow button is lit next to them, it's absolutely free. And it's a way you can bless us crafters. And it absolutely blesses us so much. So tap that follow button, give them a follow, and you're going to send a blessing out in the world for that day. And send as many blessings as you can each and every day. Tracy started us out this morning. She did a fabulous job. She showed us how to arrange all of her goodies, primitive goodies that she's made, and it was absolutely amazing. Kelly Cat Crafts was on just before me. She did a beautiful, beautiful box that she totally redid, and that is my style box. It is a shabby chic box, and it was absolutely beautiful. Hey, Glenda, sweet friend, how are you doing? Glenda, I got to meet her at Speedway Antiques, and you guys, we had so much fun. She is such a sweet and beautiful person. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I did send a little bit of a sneak peek earlier. So I'm using a vintage shoe. This is actually one of the pair of shoes that I tried to sell on one of my Craft 30 market days, but it didn't sell. And I don't know, did I say my name? I'm Deborah with Laugh Love Craft. Laughing is contagious, loving warms the heart, crafting soothes the soul. Sorry guys, this whole thing started out a little crazy, so I'm a little nervous. And we only have the 30 minutes. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decorate this shoe. I've added a little bit because I just wanted to make sure I was gonna have enough time. But I'm going to do this side. I had all kinds of ideas, you guys, and I've seen these shoes decorated and turned into pin cushions and so many different things. So if you see these, pick them up and make something adorable with them. Okay, so what I'm going to put on them, I'm going to make it a little rolling shoe. You know, I'm so into the wheels right now, you guys. I've made so many crafts, and I have one more big craft that I'm going to make with some wheels. So these are some of the wheels that I went ahead and purchased on Etsy because I wanted more of the wagon wheel look. Okay, so these are 2 inches. I did get some 1.5 inch, and the 3 inches what I'm gonna do on my next project, and I'm so excited for that too. And then these little wheels, they actually came with a little metal piece to go through it. to turn into a set of wheels. I love that. That's going to be my steering wheel. And the shoe and this doll, the pair of shoes, were both thrifted and they're both vintage. I think this was 1935, if I'm not mistaken. And then this little doll. Is she not precious? She actually was an ornament. So, but I thought she was beautiful when I found her. And this is not thrifted. This is just a little bear, but I wanted to show you a couple of different options that you could put in the shoe, to where if you wanted to put, you know, I think it would be beautiful just sitting out, or even for a little girl's room, you guys. It would be so cute. Hey, Bonnie, how are you doing? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Frame It and Contain It by Shayna. How are you doing, sweet friend? There's been amazing crafters already on, and we're going until late tonight. So I do have the description in, I do have Craft Around the Clock in my description. So if you are not in Craft Around the Clock, go to my description, tap it. They will get you shared in right away, and you can watch everything from there. Super easy. Okay. So I got these thrifting as well. They were $2 for the little bottle, and they actually were kind of nice. They had, I got a pink one, and then this is the ivory one. Okay, and then these are some little bits that I'm gonna decorate with. Okay, now this is gonna be my little pedestal to hold my steering wheel. And I had to cut it down a little bit, but this is what it looked like ahead of time. And I got these from Hobby Lobby. I got those ones in the woodpile section and these ones. But I just like the shape of those ones better, so I went with those ones. And then I just have some different pieces of lace and stuff that I'm gonna use to put on. So this matches what's already on there, because I'm gonna do the same look, this same look on both sides. And then I have other little bits and pieces that I'm gonna possibly use. So let me put those up there. And then this was just some plain fabric, just some regular everyday fabric. And then this was, I actually got this. So I just took 2 of these and I cut them the same. Then I glued them to the fabric, and then I stuffed it a little bit. And I'm not gonna finish stuffing it because I didn't get it done in time, but it's gonna go in the shoe because that's what she'll need, that's what will be behind her. I had so many ideas, you guys, but some of them I wasn't able to figure out how to create. But when I do, I will show you. Because on the shoe, I was really hoping, you know how you have the old baby carriages and the thing goes up and down? I wanted to create that as her little thing that would go up and down on her little buggy. Because, I mean, you've seen old-fashioned buggies that have that too. And with these little holes here, it would have been perfect for that, you guys. So, anyways, I had so many ideas, but not all of them were going to work out. I couldn't figure out how to make that thing, but I will. And when I do, I will come on and use the other shoe and make it. Okay, so let's get started. This little bear is actually probably over 30 some years old too. It's actually from Oriental Trading. And I've had a little box of them for a while. Okay, so let's get going on the shoe. Now, what I did with the shoe to make it pretty simple so that anybody and everybody could add any kind of wheels. And you guys, you don't have to go and get something like this from Etsy. I just wanted that look. These are what you can find. I think you can find them in Walmart. I think you can find them in Hobby Lobby. You can find them on Amazon, all kinds of places. And even this type of wheel, I think you could find on Amazon. But they had a bigger variety of sizes, so that's why I ordered from Etsy. Okay, so I'm gonna make the other side match. So let's go ahead and get started on that. And I'm just gonna use hot glue for that. Here, I don't wanna lose any of my bits and pieces. So again, I just took some lace that I had and I just kind of cut it up, and I wanted it to fit a certain way. So let's see. I think this goes this way. And I just took it and I tucked the end around. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add just a little bit of hot glue to it. And I did try, but it was very time consuming, so I knew I wouldn't be able to do it on the live, you guys. But I did put this on here, and then I took ribbon and I just wove it so that I wouldn't have to use hot glue. I was hoping not to use hot glue, but I took ribbon and I wove it in and out. And it looked adorable, but it just didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay, so let me go ahead and put just a tiny bit there. And it really doesn't take much glue, you guys. So you're still okay. And I should have fingers on, right? Hey, Kim and Josie, Crafty Hawk Mom. Oh, I like that name. It doesn't show that, it doesn't have your follow button lit, so I'm assuming that I must be following you. Whoops. And with this type of lace, you know that you have to be careful because you have to put it on a solid piece when you're doing it, for sure. Okay, so I'm just taking and I'm getting just a little piece of the solid and put, like I said, it really doesn't take much, you guys. So let's do that. But I do want it to stay down. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And I have 19 minutes. We only have a half an hour. Man, I started out something fierce. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I got it the right way. Okay, so I'm going to put just a little piece on that. And again, you just try to get the solid pieces. And I don't have any in my fingers, or I definitely should be using those, you guys, for sure. So don't do what you see, do as I say, and use your little fingers. But I'm telling you, you guys, there have been so many precious, precious things done with vintage and thrifted items today. You need to definitely, if you haven't been able to watch all day today, you need to go back and you need to catch the replays, you know, sometime tomorrow or during the week. Okay, so there's that side. Okay, now my idea to put on these and decorate these, I have some little vintage buttons. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna have terrible with the glue strings. Okay, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it, so I'll show you guys my ideas, because I didn't know if I wanted, the glue strings are just not going away. Okay, so I have 3 buttons for each side, but I was even thinking about putting, so let me go ahead and put 1 button on. And then I'll put the other button on. Chantel, you want to shut the door now? Okay, so there's with the buttons, you guys. Thank you, sweetie. So I was going to do either another button right in the middle, or what do you think about some color? Or should I just have this all, sorry. Okay, that's a pink rose. This is a lighter pink rose, and I'll probably cut off the greenery. That's just adds a tiny touch of color. Or we can make this all neutrals and do all creams. Or do you think I should just do the 3 buttons? What do you guys think? Should I add a rose? Let's see if I can see. Should I add a rose, or should I add another button to the middle, you guys? And should I just keep it creams, or should I add just a touch of, here, there, the light pink? What do you guys think? While I'm waiting to see what anybody says, I'm going to go ahead and add the buttons to the other side. The pink rose, Raquel, do you think it should be the light pink? I think I'll do the light pink. Because like I said, I didn't want a whole bunch of color on this, but I just thought, you know, a tiny touch would be cute. And I don't want the green on it, so I'm sorry, you guys, if you would rather I have the green on it. So I'm just going to cut it off. And we are going to go with the light pink rose. But you guys, you can decorate these any way you want to. And like I said, I've seen people do pin cushions out of them. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry because I want to. And here I even got out. I thought, oh, maybe I prepped too much and I'm not going to have enough stuff to do. So I even got out some stuff that I thrifted while I was here. Is that not so cute, you guys? Oh my gosh, I love it. Not the glue strings. Okay, so let's move that aside. So this is where my steering wheel is going to go, is on top of here. And I did cut this little piece of lace out because that's what I'm going to put on there. So I'm just putting it on more of the solid parts, you guys. But I do need this center to really be solid. Okay, so let me see. I think I had this. There we go. I'm already getting a ton of glue strings everywhere, you guys. I should have probably had that up just a little bit more because I wanted to kind of tape it down a little, or hot glue it down. Aw, thank you, Diane. Hey, Candace. Hey, Jojo, how are you doing? So let me kind of flip that over just a tiny bit so that it doesn't stick out. So yeah, I need this right here. So I'm going to put just a little bit more because that really needs to stick, because that's where I'm also going to put my little steering wheel. Okay, so then another piece that I had was this piece here. And I cut it so that it would fit here. So let's see. I want to make sure I got it the right way. Yep. And this piece, as you can tell, I already kind of grunged it up. Okay. Okay, and I'll show you what this looks like as soon as I get her done, you guys. But you know what? Play, you guys, play. It's so fun to just play with all your goodies. And then I'll take and I'll probably do a little tiny bit on this to make it more stationary too. Oh my gosh, you guys, the glue strings are terrible, terrible. The pink llama, hey sweet friend. Let's see if I can see anything. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far with that on the front. And then I have another little piece, or I did, there it is, that I'm gonna put on the back. So let me get a little bit of glue on this one. And you guys, with this shoe, all of this stuff, if you didn't want to mess up this shoe, could absolutely come back off if you needed it to. Hopefully I got that straight. And I got the glue all the way up on the top of it. I don't want that there. So let me go ahead and turn that over and add just a tiny bit of glue there. Okay. I just wanted a little something on the back. And again, all of this is your preference, you guys. Okay. So that just added a little cuteness to the back. So that's what it looks like. Okay, so let's see. I still have 10 minutes. So I am going to use a little bit of the Antiquing Wax by Waverly because I want my pieces to be a little bit dark. Not super dark. So I'm just going to take a wipe. Crazy Mom Creations. Hey, sweet Rita, how are you doing? Again, you guys, if anybody's follow button is lit, please make sure that you go and give them a follow. I just wanted these to have a little bit of color to them. I didn't want them to be necessarily the color of the original wood. I'm not going to put it on the bottom because that's where I'm going to put the glue. Okay, and then I even wanted these, even though you're not really going to see these, I'm going to put it on the ends. And I probably, maybe I shouldn't have done that really. But we'll see, because I'm going to use wood glue. So hopefully the wood glue will still stick. And then I wanted to touch just a tiny bit on the outsides of these wheels because I wanted them to be a little darker. But you don't have to do this, you guys. You absolutely do not have to do this. Okay, that's just to show you the difference of with and without. So it's really not much of a color, you guys. I still got 10 minutes. I think that's plenty of time for what I'm planning on doing. Because I'll show you how I attach the wheels. And the reason I attach the wheels this way is because I thought pretty much everybody is going to have this. And it's going to be simple and easy. And you know, who knows if I might want to change this around someday. Honestly, I doubt it because I really think it's going to be, I'm excited about it. This is something I'll probably keep. And maybe even put in, you know, my granddaughter's room when hopefully if I have another granddaughter. My other granddaughter that I have now, she's older, but you know what? She might still like it. I'm not sure. She's not as much into she's a beautiful, beautiful girl. Oh my gosh, you guys. Long, beautiful blonde hair, and she's such a sweetheart. But she's really not into the girly stuff, so she probably wouldn't want something like this. Hey, Mara with Vintage Retail Therapy. Hey, Michelle, thanks for popping on. And Lisa with Chunk to Joyful, how are you doing? Thank you guys all so much for popping on. Remember, we are in the Spring 2025 All Things Vintage and Thrifted Market and DIY Marathon. Yesterday was the market day, and today, is the DIY day. And we've been going since way early this morning, so make sure you catch the replays. Okay, I also wanted to put this on. So while this other stuff is kind of drying a little bit. And this is just wooden dowels. That's all it is. And these wooden dowels fit in this. And when you order this, that's why I like this site. I could order the specific size of wheel and the specific diameter for the little hole. So I ordered it so that these would fit in there really well. And I can share that. Hey, Deb with Secondhand Treasures, how are you doing? Hey, Tracy Van. Okay, so let me go ahead and, this is just some more, gosh, you guys, pretty lace that I had. And I wanted to put this on the inside. Okay, so it's gonna have to be, and I'm just gonna do, that heat tool is definitely not going to do what I need it to do. And I want to make sure it stands up pretty high because I want it to, but oh my gosh, you guys, sky's the limit on what you could do with this kind of stuff. I didn't find anything like this with the wheels, but there is, I would venture to say, definitely something out there. And I thought, well, I'm just going to do her anyways. And like I said, as far as the way the wheels are attached, it took me a little bit. And there's all kinds of ways you can attach the wheels. But I just really wanted it to be simple and easy. And I didn't want it to really show. I didn't want the things underneath to show. So, 6 minutes. Okay, you guys. Let's get her going. Ooh, I should have pulled that down and gone a little bit farther. Oh, well. So that's what she's looking like so far. Is she not so cute? Okay. Now here's how I did the wheels, you guys. I just took 2 little pieces of lace. You can use fabric. The back, I only used 1. And all I did was hot glue each end. That's all I did. I hot glued it on one side. That's the short one. Nope, that's the long one. I hot glued it on one side, and then I put this in there, and then I hot glued the other end and pushed it down, so this was kind of snug. because I want this to turn. That's how my wheels are gonna work, you guys. And I know it's not, but at least that way you're not gonna see it. I did use some little beads to do it with, and I've used Jenga blocks in the past, but I thought, you know, this is quick and easy. Everybody's gonna have a little piece of fabric or a little piece of lace. So there's my wheels, you guys, and it sticks on there really well. Okay, so let's get our wheels on there, and I'm gonna use some Tite Bond, or at least I think that's what I'm gonna use. So let's get some Tite Bond squeezed out there. I got to catch a little bit of yesterday's. I tried to catch a little bit of everybody's, and like I said, you guys, everybody did an absolutely fabulous, fabulous job. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of Tite Bond around these wheels, and then I'm gonna stick it on. I don't want it too close. So I'm just dipping my finger into it. And remember, these wheels have, you can see that little line right there. So that's the one I want on the outside. You don't have to, it's not really gonna make that much of a difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and dry that a tiny bit. Okay, you guys, I got 4 minutes. I want you to see what she looks like sitting in there. And again, this shoe was thrifted and it's vintage, 1935, I believe was the year on it. And then same with my little doll. She was thrifted and she is vintage. But you don't have to put a doll in there, you guys. You can absolutely put whatever you want in there. I'm hoping my wheels, because I'm kind of letting this glue dry a tiny, tiny bit so that it's really tacky when I do put my wheels on. And I'll make sure that if I need to put more, but I at least want you guys to be able to see it. Let me get just a tiny bit more of this out, you guys. And it's, like I said, it's Tite Bond thick and quick. Uh-oh. What did I do with my other wheel, you guys? Okay, well. Oh, it's right in front of my shoe. About to grab another one out because I did get 2 of this set because I really like this particular. And this one is not wanting to go on. That's probably the side that I cut. Okay, so let's see. There it goes. Okay, so hopefully the glue will hold enough to at least keep them on. But you guys, is that not so cute? Oh my gosh. Okay, what am I doing next, you guys? Sorry. So again, this is just a little pillow. You could make this pillow any shape you want, any style you want. I just put it back in behind there. And then I'm gonna stick her in there. But again, you could stick a little teddy bear in there, you guys. Okay, I got 2 minutes, so let's hurry up and get her in there. Let me get her hands out. Okay, so let's get, oh, you guys, what I do with my, oh, there it is. No, that's not, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna put lots of hot glue on this. This is going in the middle. And then this is my little steering wheel. And I will probably put a little bit of rub and buff on this steering wheel to make it look more metal. But basically, that's what she looks like. She's just a little cute little car. But I mean, you guys, there are so many different things you could do with this. Different colors you could do. And she rolls, which is what I wanted it to be able to do. So, is she not so cute? See, I would have liked to have done this in metal, but that's why I might even put a little bit of rub and buff on that. So thank you guys all for joining. Oh, my time is up, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, we're going all day today. Get joined and craft around the clock so that all you have to do is tap and swipe down and the new creator will be on. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone. Love you guys. And thank you, Tracy, so much.